Hello parent, you've clicked onto this video because you are facing a real challenge. You are struggling to brush your child's tooth. They are throwing tantrums, they're crying. You tried everything and now you need some help. Listen, I'm a dentist and I'm a father and I know the struggle is real. That's why in this video, I'm gonna give you my 6 best tips to help go from screaming, tantrums and resistance to your children actually looking forward to brushing their teeth. Now I know that sounds impossible, but trust me, we will get there. Just watch all the way to the end. My name's Dr. Jaz Gulati. I'm a general dentist based in Reading, UK, and I'm father to 2-year-old Ishan. He's super cheeky and super naughty, so hopefully you can relate when you see his antics during this video. If you want to continue to see helpful oral health updates, please do hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in now to 6 ways that you can help your children become super brushers. And just before we start with number 1, I just want to say one thing before we start, which is that tooth decay is a huge problem in the UK. It's so sad. It's a worldwide issue, but I'm so sad that here in the UK, in a wealthy country, we see so much inequality and so much tooth decay. Tooth decay is one of the number 1 reasons why a child is put to sleep under a general anesthetic to remove all their teeth. That is just shocking. As a dentist and a father, I feel ashamed that this is the status quo, and I want to help change that because tooth decay is 100% preventable disease, and it starts at home with a good diet, which I'll talk about in a future video one day, and excellent brushing, which is what we're going to cover in this video, so your children can be expert brushers along with yourselves by the end of this video. I know you already value the importance of toothbrushing, so let's start some good habits. Number 1, making toothbrushing a fun exercise. Toothbrushing should not be a chore. It shouldn't be something that children resent, even though it might be the case right now. We need to work together with your child to make sure that it becomes a fun exercise. Now think and be creative. How can you do this? What are your child's interests? For example, my son, he loves Minions. So one of the first things we did is bought a Minion toothbrush from the supermarket, and that really helped him to be able to open his mouth and actually accept a toothbrush going into his mouth, which itself can be a huge challenge. So think about the kind of things that your children like and try and get a toothbrush that perhaps represents what they like. Other things we do at home is that my son loves Marvel and Spider-Man and stuff. So sometimes we just have a little exercise where brushing Iron Man's teeth or Spider-Man's teeth and getting really involved, and from him actually acting out the brushing of these figurines, he then relates that, hey, this is important, I better do it to my own mouth as well. So I'm a great fan of introducing toys and making it into a big exercise. Obviously you can't do this every single day in a busy life, but when you get a chance, really maximize playtime and introduce the toothbrush into playtime. We are also known to doing some singing and dancing when brushing. So for example, we have the CoComelon toothbrushing songs, and also my child's personal favorite is Blippi. Blippi's got some great videos on YouTube, and he even has a fantastic toothbrushing song. So sometimes we just bust out some Blippi and start singing along together, and that really helped my son to start enjoying brushing time. Let's make some circles, 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 circles. Circles on all sides of our teeth. I'll put the link to that video below. Now, other times all we do is some counting or just saying good old-fashioned So let's be creative. Can you think of some ways to make toothbrushing fun in your house? Number 2, now that you've made toothbrushing more fun, you've got to have the right toothpaste. Like if your child hates the taste of toothpaste, you're already fighting a massive downhill battle. Therefore, you need to experiment with different toothpaste. Find a flavor that your child likes. For some children, some of my patients, what this means is buying something like Oral-Nurse. So there's a photo of Oral-Nurse here. This is a completely flavorless toothpaste which contains fluoride. It's really important. It contains at least 1,000 parts per million fluoride, and this is a great flavorless toothpaste, but a lot of parents have found success in something like this. Now, although that kind of toothpaste may cost a little bit more, remember that you're only using a smear for someone who's up to age 3. So up to age 3 children, you're only using a smear. So it does last a long time. Number 3 is positive reinforcement. Now, back in the old days, we used to call this brainwashing, but now we call it positive reinforcement. Basically, it is throughout the day, at any opportunity, you should mention and bring up the dentist or toothbrushing or toothpaste, and just keep continually reinforcing the theme. So this could be when they're watching TV. This could be making sure that when they do watch any screen time, any TV, any phone time, that you plant in sort of videos that promote toothbrushing, something like CoComelon or any of these videos that show children brushing their teeth and various songs. So constantly reinforcing that positive message around that. Now, even when we go outside and we might see a poster of someone smiling, I might point out and say, hey, look at those teeth. They're really white, really clean. I bet they've been brushing their teeth. Or Now, this might be a little surprising because I'm a dentist, is that, look, my son loves sugar, okay? He's a human, okay? We're all human and we love sugar. It's totally normal. Everything in moderation. That is the most important thing. Everything in moderation, and limiting the number of snacks or the number of sugary episodes throughout the day. So sometimes it's not about how much sugar they have, it's about how many times a day they have sugar. Now, we can talk about this in a whole nother decay prevention episode, but for now, I just want to get this point across to you that now, if you're going to treat your child with some sort of a treat, be it ice cream, a lolly, or whatever, you need to sort of negotiate and bargain. Don't just give it to them willy-nilly. Give it to them, but say, hey, before I give this to you, do you promise to brush your teeth tonight? And hey, you're gonna really do a great job of brushing your teeth, right? So they can brush afterwards or in the evening, whenever. Just plant it in their head that, hey, they need to be demonstrating some good brushing, so this could be like a pre-reward, if you like. So constantly reinforcing the positive message of toothbrushing throughout the day at every opportunity. Number 4, have one responsible adult at home who is going to be the toothbrushing champion or the toothbrushing ambassador, right? Now, I totally appreciate that this might not be suitable for all households, and I understand all situations, but generically speaking, it's good for one person, one responsible adult to take charge. I'll tell you why. There have been a couple of occasions, I'm embarrassed to say, that me and my wife have left the house with my son, and I looked at my wife and say, hey, how was Ishan today in brushing his teeth? And she was like, hey, I thought you brushed his teeth. So, you know, it can happen. It's real talk. And don't pretend like you haven't done this, okay? I know we've all done this. So we need to make sure that one person takes charge. So I now take charge in our household when I can to make sure that brushing time is with me. And I'm sort of like taking a mental register. Okay, has Ishan brushed in the morning? Has Ishan brushed in the evening? And just make sure I oversee this activity. It's just like putting a system in place so that it happens. And it's a great thing to do as a family exercise to brush together. Brushing shouldn't be just them doing it. You know, sometimes you should be brushing as well and teaching them and showing them and really trying, again, like point number 1, make it a fun family activity. Number 5, let your child have a go. Let them enjoy, let them sort of experiment with their toothbrush, but do not let them take full control. What I mean by that is, yes, they should have fun and they should have a go at it, but you are still in charge. You still need to brush your child's tooth, okay? I see this so many times. I ask parents, hey, how's little Johnny doing with brushing? And mom's like, yeah, doing great. And I'm like, do you brush Johnny's teeth, right? And she's like, oh no, Johnny just does it himself. He's really good. I'm like, no, that's impossible, okay? A 3-year-old or even up to a 5, 6-year-old, they're not good enough to brush their own teeth. Until they can tie their own shoelaces, you should be brushing their teeth. So make sure you get that into a child's head that yes, they can have a little experiment and play around, but ultimately you are the one who's responsible for toothbrushing, and you will go around, make sure you don't miss any corners, all the nooks and crannies will be covered. So it's really important that you take charge and you take ownership, but let them have a play. And last but not least, number 6, okay? You have to care. You have to just genuinely care about your child's oral health, okay? You've seen already, I've described all these little steps and they all take mental effort. They all take time, emotional control for you to actually sit down and plan things about how you have those difficult discussions with your partner or with your child. So you need to care. You genuinely need to care, because only if you care will it happen. If you value your child's oral health, you will then do all these exercises. It can be really draining. You'll have rock bottom days. Your child may cry, throw tantrums, okay? It can get really messy, and sometimes you'll be really, really down about this, but you must not give up. If you truly value your child's oral health, you will try and try and try, and within a month, I think most parents can absolutely nail this. So don't give up hope. No matter how bad of a day you have, do not give up hope. Keep going. Be as enthusiastic about toothbrushing as I am, okay? And you'll be just fine now. Do comment below about your experiences. How's it going? See if I can help you, and hit subscribe once again if you enjoy this video, and hopefully I'll make a few more of these to help parents out all over the world. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope Ishan was useful. I'm also going to put a separate video of just Ishan brushing, because one of the positive reinforcement tricks that I can suggest is videos on YouTube of other children brushing their teeth. So there'll be one of Ishan, I'll link it below or in the card just after this video, that you can click and watch Ishan just brushing for a couple of minutes. So hopefully your child can get inspired. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.